Here's what I already talked about in my own video, and it's about these folks right here at CW. And some major news dropped yesterday. Boy, oh boy, it's looking very, very shaky over there. So here we go. Batwoman and Legends of Tomorrow canceled. Are CW DC TV shows in trouble? All right, so says here that there will be no Batwoman season 4 or Legends of Tomorrow season 8, the fate of Naomi season 2, and the overall Arrowverse DC TV show plans remain unclear. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of read through a couple of pieces of this. Like I said, I covered it yesterday, but I did want to hear your thoughts on it. So it says it's an unfortunate Friday afternoon news dump. The word is out that Batwoman and Legends of Tomorrow have both been canceled. The Batwoman news came from showrunner Carolyn Dries on a Twitter message, and she basically said, you know, I'm bummed, full of gratitude. What an honor to make 51 episodes, and so on and so forth. And then it's a sad ending for the season that had really hit its stride. It really hit its stride, T, in the last 2 seasons after a troubled start behind the scene, which continued to boil over for 2 years. Still, the season 3 finale worked well as a series finale, and the Arrowverse TV shows are adept at bringing back characters from canceled shows. Okay, so we already know that. Then, a few hours later, word broke that Legends of Tomorrow had also been given the axe. All right. And this is from their little writer's room. We're canceled. This has been the journey of a lifetime for all of us. The little show that was supposed to be grew into the show that could be anything it wanted. We went to Camelot, Salvation, Hollywood, even inside a computer's mind. But of course, the real destination was always home, the place where your family and your friends are family. Isn't that sweet? That sounds such like a nice little touching little story. And then it says, despite the fact that it introduced beloved DC Comics time-traveling superhero Booster Gold in its finale, it ended on a tremendous cliffhanger. The series also spent final episodes giving many characters loving send-offs. So it sounds like they kind of already knew this was all happening and this was going to come. But yeah, I'm worried about these CW shows. Not worried necessarily, but I'm thinking that it might be a wrap for some of these shows, right? Because, you know, it says here they still have the Flash, right? Flash season 9 is still coming. The Superman and Lois, they're still doing their thing. They're okay. Says Stargirl season 3 is also current and will arrive later this summer. It's not technically part of the Arrowverse, however, it has strong ties to HBO Max, so its fate seems unrelated to some of its network mates as of now. All right, T, your turn. Tell me what you think about this whole situation. What's going on with the CW shows, DC Universe, DC on TV? You know, I had my thoughts. I want to hear yours.
I think that they suck.
I knew you were
Except
gonna
for
say that.
Stargirl. Stargirl season 1 was great. They're notorious for doing decisions as a whole with these properties that don't make sense to the viewer. The fan favorites, they don't really play towards. They don't listen to exactly what needs to be here. I appreciate the effort, but I'm not getting the quality I need. I didn't like Supergirl. I didn't like Arrow. I wasn't into that.
Black Lightning.
Black Lightning was okay. Didn't I get canceled?
Yeah. I'm just saying we're going through all of them.
Stupid. Yeah, it's hood thing. It was just stupid, man. It was dumb. It was dumb because it's not organic to the needs of things. And then where are the other? They don't know how to do synchronous. I would have instead of Black Lightning would have been a great show to introduce Static Shock.
Yeah.
Great. If you'd introduced Static on that, it would have been great.
That would have been awesome.
You have the audience built into where you want, but you do moves. Every time you think DC has got their stuff together, they do something stupid.
So is this a stupid move to cancel these 2 shows?
Legends of Tomorrow, stupid. Because they could have righted the ship on that. This is one of the first one that had a live action Vandal Savage. I mean, you had the Vandal Savage there who was like, well, he was maybe 5'10". Vandal Savage is like a 6'3", 6'5" dude that's imposing, a menace.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great villain that, you know, you brought him to the big screen, the small screen with
I
that.
like that Vandal Savage too. I like that season. I actually like that season, The Legend of
I didn't
Tomorrow.
like him as a character on that.
I didn't think he was good, but I thought the show overall was pretty solid. Like
Yeah,
that first season.
the show great. The show was great, and then they went in a totally different direction. They had to clean up some obvious mistakes. I think whoever they're testing with isn't doing the test audience that they deal with is
Yeah,
obviously not the overall audience. I think this move is a move under new leadership to just right the ship,
clean
clean
the
house,
house. Yep,
just clean
exactly.
house, and
Yep.
just man, we aren't doing this well at all. Remember, we talked about this off camera. They don't have anything to brand this with. You don't have the toy market. You don't have the cartoons.
Yeah,
Where is the cartoon platform anymore? And which they had, which was what Cartoon Network, but
yeah.
they don't go in that direction anymore. Cartoon Network was one of the first places that had Young Justice. Great show. You
I
know what I mean?
think
Also
like
had
I think streaming has kind of destroyed all of that though.
that's even more so for you to go all in. Go all in on your product. Somebody needs to meet the demand.
Hmm.
Somebody needs to be burning the midnight oil on this, so to speak, to make things right.
But
Look, we
T,
both
but I was gonna say, T, how we look at it, things from a standpoint of okay, toys. The cartoons sold to toys, right? But the kids ain't playing with toys no more, right? They play with video games. They got their iPhones and they're on those all day long. Kids aren't really collecting and playing with toys. Back in our day, we get the toy and we play with it. Other kids nowadays, you're getting the toys, you're really collecting them. Hey, put that on the shelf and leave it alone. That's how things are going these days. It's a different world, and I think that these show companies are.
everything repeats itself.
Hey, you know
Everything,
what? You're right about that. There might be some repetition coming soon, but
everything.
I don't know if this particular, these shows was built for that, to build to sell
You
toys.
do a decoder ring. Why wouldn't you do some secret decoder ring right now when you actually have the means to actually do a decoder ring? Let me do something. Hey, folks, watch this at the end of the show. Even if they zip through it, man, they're interested in it, man. I got to know what the next thing is, man. Hey, we joined this club. This is a forum for this. Hey, I need you to make this happen. Stop trying to get these major online influencers to say, how many times did that work? Did that work for Quibi? Did that work for Quibi?
Nah, it
No.
did not work at all.
All that. Stop all that. Did that work for that girl they put on NBC? What Channel 4 they put her on after I think she replaced Carson Daly? She don't even remember her. Lily,
I have
was it
no
Lily
idea. I
Singh?
have no idea
Like,
who you're
dude,
talking about.
she was
Yeah.
popular, dude. They tried to put her on TV. That wasn't her forum. That was not her format at all.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
God.
All right, folks, and we're going to keep going with this because I got another piece of information. Now, it says there were two wild cards in all of this. The first is that the CW itself is up for sale. The Texas-based Nexstar Media likely to take a controlling stake. And then, of course, CW is owned by Viacom and Warner Media, with the latter's new corporate masters Discovery looking for efficiencies in the wake of their recent acquisition. Like you just said, they're cleaning house. They're getting all of this stuff and they're saying, you know what do these superhero shows cost? It's probably costing a little pretty penny. Yeah, you know what? Hey, get that up on out of here. We can't keep doing that stuff because this thing doesn't make the ratings, okay? People can get upset about it, but it just didn't have the ratings to justify its existence. If you are a highly rated show, it's like, okay, we could use this to sell advertising. We can sell to our advertisers. Our sponsors are going to say, hey, man, can you get me a spot on that Legends of Tomorrow? I really want to put put my product out in front of a lot of faces, and you guys have, like 6-7 million people every week watching this. These shows were getting less than 1 million people a week. It's like, come on, like you can't keep going with this. You can't keep going with this.
You saw that Naomi?
I never saw it. And again, like I checked out the CW stuff, but it says, yeah, it was executive produced by Ava DuVernay. That's the little person up there. And
Dope person. I heard she's super dope.
She's probably cool as hell, but I'm saying that the reality is when it comes to her products that she puts out there for consumption, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. And thank God she's not doing the New Gods because I was nervous about that. But there's one more piece I wanted to bring up. Go ahead with your thought. We're gonna switch articles.
Be fair about this. Everything doesn't need to be a home run, but it does need to be a good effort.
It needs to be
an
effort.
Think
yes.
some of these things aren't. They're not good effort shows. They are mediocre, man. They're very, very average.
Yeah.
Just very
They don't understand
average.
what the fans want. That my thing is they don't understand what the fans want. They don't know who their audience is. They don't know who they're selling products to. They think they're selling products to some people, and you just said it. Whoever's doing like their test screeners and hey, go ahead and watch this. Let's see what it. Those people are failing them miserably because whatever they're telling them, oh yeah, this is great, we love it. No. But see, look at this right here. This is
no longevity in it.
Right.
It's got no longevity in what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's short term. It's a sprint. Instead of doing this thing like it's going to be a marathon, and it's just not. It does not hold up.
It's not resonating with the fans. Now, it does resonate with some fans, and you can see this article right here. Fans start a petition to save DC's Legend of Tomorrow. So I just thought this was like, hey, some fans still do love this show, and they're trying their best to save it. They want to at least see the final season finished up somewhere else.
Horrible. That show is horrible. Some of the stuff they have pigeonholed into this. It's so awful. It feels so forced, man. Like, I don't even know who's on that show. Like, oh man, like it just is just, I'm here. And everybody's attractive. I'm attractive and I'm doing boy. In an age where people have cell phones, video cameras, you can't have secret identities. That's the one brilliant thing about the other guys. At least they say, man, you know what?
Everybody knows who these guys are.
Everybody knows who these are. Just not pretend.
There's no secret identity. I think that just saved them the trouble of having to write all of that stuff into the script because they didn't want them to have. But anyway, folks, that's it. This little petition started on change.org. A fan has started a petition trying to save it. So they do have some fans. I don't think this thing is going to work. They only have 2,000 signatures so far.
You didn't start the petition?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't start the petition.
I started the petition. I started it. Sorry, guys.
It says here Alexis Sullivan created the petition. All right, folks, what do you think about the cancellations? You heard my thoughts. You heard T's thoughts. Go ahead, drop down in the comments. Give us some suggestions, some ideas on that. And all right, T, let's keep going next.